Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome. It's so funny. I realize whenever I watch people's live streams, we all have our technique, right? And it cracks me up because I always say, hey, good morning, or hey, everyone, thanks for joining me. So it's hey is kind of my word. Wanted to share with you, well, first of all, let me just share these live streams for those of you in my Ignite Your Life with Ms. Laura group. I'm sharing these to help introduce you to my signature program, 5 Steps Plus 1 for Living Your Extraordinary Life, because I am going to be teaching it as a epic summer challenge. And I only do this, I think I'm still gonna, I did it last time I did it, and I think I'm just gonna do it during the summers. I really think it is a fabulous thing to do during the summer. The summer is this really great, vibrant, energetic time. Excuse me. And it's just this great time to put a little attention on our self-care and on ourselves and our life and where we're going. So I'm introducing this to you because I want to give you some steps that you can take so you can just get it started. And then if you realize, wow, this is really working for me, I hope you consider joining me for the summer. I've taught this program for years, and it is definitely the coalescence, if you will, of 25 years of experience. It's a pretty powerful program. So that said, welcome to 5 Steps Plus 1 for Living Your Extraordinary Life. If you haven't grabbed your workbook yet, please go out to Erdman-Luntz.com/5 steps, grab the workbook, and download it, especially if you need to if you really just need to read something and to follow along. It's such a great tool for you. But I also have extra stuff in the workbook, so that's another reason why I want you to have it in your hot little hands. Okay, so last week we talked about the plus one. Okay, and that is the feel good. And actually I did a live stream then a couple of days ago on frequency, which really helped you understand why it's important to feel good. Frequency and vibration, because as we do things for ourselves and do self-care and our vibration goes up, it gets easier to do things for ourselves. And really 5 Steps Plus 1 for Living Your Extraordinary Life, I mean, that is all about stepping out of your comfort zone, doing things for yourself, and moving into a life that you've probably craved for a very, very long time. So now we're on step 1. Okay, once you've got yourself feeling a little bit better, and hopefully you've implemented at least 1 or 2 things at this point, once you start feeling a little better, it's now time to figure out what it is you really, 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 really want. Really, 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 really want. 4 reallys for a reason. Because I want you to take some time to really think about it. Get into your heart of hearts and really pull out, gosh, what do I really want? No yeah buts. Yeah buts are limiting thinking. Yeah, but I can't do that. Yeah, but I'm not good enough. Yeah, but I don't have enough time. Yeah, but I don't have enough money. You know what those are. Now, I will tell you, all of my life coaching clients start with this question. Number 1 question on the prep form. 9 times out of 10, I get one of 2 answers. The first one is a long pause followed by a very quiet, I don't know. The second is a litany of what they don't want. I'll tell you what I want. I don't want my job. I don't want my marriage feeling the way it does. I don't want to live in the house that I'm living in. I don't want the bank account that I have right now. But do you see where I'm going here? They don't really know what they want. And most of us don't, because we live in a society where dreaming, hoping, aspiring to cool things is it's not really supported. How many times have you thought or been told you need to be practical or be realistic? And that always means think small. You know, take that safe job in a corporation when you get a pink slip and it's all gone in an instant. Right? I don't see that as very stable, and I don't see that as very secure at all, especially in today's day and age. Now, back when my parents were there, you know, people worked for corporations for 40 years and then retired. But even then, have you heard the 40-40-40 rule? You work for 40 years, 40 hours a week to live on 40% of what you lived on when you were working. Yeah, it's not so great. So what I want for you is to begin to delve deep inside and really find what you want. Now, in my course, I definitely give you a few exercises and we really work on this. But I wanted to share with you a couple of hints today on how to do this. The first thing is get yourself into a relaxed place. Okay, so do things that help you feel good. Take a bath, a cup of tea or a glass of wine, go for a walk in a nature preserve. If you can, pull out a few hours of your life where you don't have the kids, where you're not around people. Maybe you take yourself out for lunch and then sit in a coffee shop or something. When you can really take time for yourself, to be by yourself, to be thinking about yourself and what it is that you want. Okay? Second thing, no yeah buts. Okay? No, yeah, but I can't do that. No, yeah, but I don't have enough money or enough time. Blah, 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 blah. None of that. No, yeah, buts. If I had my druthers, what would I want? I will tell you, when I start pushing clients and they're really having a hard time with this, I can't tell you how many times someone blurts, I just want to win the lottery. And I said, great. Then what? Then I'm going to sit on the beach. That's great. For about 2 weeks. Then you're going to be bored. Then what? And that's when it starts getting good. You're welcome, Jen. Thank you. Okay, that's when you start to go, oh, I get it. I'm starting to see what this is about. And that's actually one of the things that's another exercise you can do. If I won the lottery, how would I fill my days? Because so many people are concerned about money. Like, that is the big concern. It's not always the main concern. It's not always a concern, but that's something you want to think about. It's like, okay, if I won the lottery, you guys, seriously, if I won the lottery, I would still be here every week doing this for you guys. I love this. This is why I get up in the morning. I have my tea mugs. This one's best day ever. I've got my inspirational tea mugs. I love to inspire people. It's what I do. It's what gets me going. And actually, I would love to win the lottery because then I don't have to worry about getting paid for any of it. I just want to give it away because this is fun for me. I will be jammed the rest of the day. I'll be feeling so good just because I spent time with you this way. So that's what I want you to think about. Okay. Third piece, no judgments, 0. Okay. I want you to really explore and explore what you want. Now, let me share a story with you. This actually comes from a different life coach. She tells a story about a man she was coaching. And every week he kept coming to the call and she would say, hey, what do you want? What do you want? And his response was always, I don't know. After 3 months, he finally blurts, all right, I really want a sports car, but it seems so superficial. And she, being the amazing coach she is, said, fabulous. Yes, let's explore it. I'm not telling you go out and buy a sports car. I'm saying let's explore why. Go test drive one. He comes back the next week. She said, did you test drive? He goes, yeah. Do you still want a car? And he goes, no, I don't. That wasn't it. She said, but what did you like? He goes, I really like to drive fast. Now, I'm going to shorten the story here. He eventually became pit crew for NASCAR, right? And he's like, yeah, that's still not it. He's still exploring, right? Because sometimes we have to dig. And she said, but what did you like? And he goes, this is going to sound funny. But at this point, he's getting more comfortable really sharing what he likes. He goes, I like to touch the car, to stroke the car. Well, you guys, he ultimately became a world-famous metal sculptor. That was his jam, if you will. But here's the thing. It was buried deep beneath layers and layers and layers and layers of you can't be an artist. You can't make money doing that. You need to be practical. And if you think of it as like an onion, and what he really wanted was in the core of the onion with all these layers, the only access he had to his true desire was buying a sports car. But because he was judging it, he never took the time to look at it. And that amazing life coach finally got him to look at it. So this is what I'm telling you, okay? Look at what it is you really want. I actually really want a new house. I want to build it myself. And I want it to be beautifully decorated. Now, I can't tell you how long I judged that. It's like, oh, God, did you spend the money that way? I could feed a family. I could, it's like I could feed a nation. But when I really looked at it, you guys, I feel amazing when I'm in beautifully decorated homes. I don't know what it is, but that's me. I feel really good, and I know I will be more authentically me when I'm in a home. It doesn't have to be big. I'm telling you, I can have a tiny home. I don't care about the size at all. But when everything kind of matches and goes together, I relax and my heart just sings. It's amazing. So that's what I want you to do, okay? No judgments. You're going to look at it and you're going to think about it and you're going to explore. I'm not telling you go out and buy a sports car, but let yourself look at why do you want it, okay? So the reason we want to do this, okay, the reason we want to find what it is we want is, you guys, it is so much more fun, so much easier for a whole variety of reasons, which I will talk about in the course. I'll probably be talking more about it here on this page too, is you're much more likely to achieve something when you're focused on where you're going than if you're focused on where you don't want to be. So stick with me. Most people know what they don't want. I don't want to be fat. I don't want to be out of shape. Let's just do one that many of us can relate to. I don't want to be overweight, whatever it is. That's what's behind you, right? And if you're thinking about not being fat, not being overweight, not being in shape, you're focused on what's behind you. You're living through the rearview mirror. Instead, if you say, you know what? I am really excited about being fit, fabulous, energetic. How good does that feel? Then you're moving forward. And you know what? When you're thinking, what do I need to do to be fit, fabulous, and energetic? Isn't that kind of fun to think about? It's like, oh, gee, I'm going to need to change how I eat. And that feels good because I want to be fit and energetic. I'm going to drink some more water and I need to exercise. Now, compare that to what do I need to do to not be this? It doesn't feel good. And actually, you actually have a mechanism in your brain where you won't focus on this. In fact, you'll sabotage yourself because you don't want to think about being overweight or out of shape. So that's one of the reasons our goals fall by the wayside. But if you're focused on what you want and where you're going and you're looking at that all the time, it changes everything. Now, I'll tell you, in the course, we will also be talking about how do you stay focused on where you're going, because that's kind of a tricky thing, right? It's easy to get excited about it when you're sitting in the coffee shop, but then you get back to the house and the dishes need to be done and the laundry needs to be done and the kids need you and work is calling and all of this stuff happens. It's easy to get caught back where you are. So that's something that we definitely work on. Okay, guys, so let me just recap really quickly. Get yourself in a relaxed place and pull yourself out of your life if you can. No, you can. I'm not going to say if you can. You totally can. You just need to make it a priority. Go to a coffee shop, take yourself out for lunch, whatever. Get yourself so that you can really think. No yeah buts. So as you start to dream, no, yeah, but I can't do that. Yeah, but I'm not good enough. Yeah, but I'm too old. Yeah, but blah, 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 blah. There's very few things you can't do. Okay? You might not be able to grow a third arm. And you might not be an astronaut, not be able to be an astronaut at this point in your life, but really beyond that, most things you can really do. And I've got some great stories to share. If you have an attitude around that, please talk to me. I'm really good at that. The third thing is no judgments. Okay, let it all out. Just let it all out and let it go. Now, I hope you've grabbed the workbook, and if you haven't, Erdman-Luntz.com/5 steps, which will also get you access to my free resource library. If you haven't gotten access to that, lots of goodies there. And I will be pre-releasing my course next week to you guys. I want to give you guys first dibs. I'm doing 2, possibly 3 classes with groups of 6. So we keep it super, super small. So think about it. I would love to have you. I will release it sometime next week. And it includes yoga and it includes essential oils, which are incredibly powerful. You don't have to do them, but it does add a level of amazingness to all of it. All right, guys, I hope this helps inspire you to ignite your life and step into your extraordinary life. Thanks for joining me and have a spectacular day. Take care.